Hi all. Right, I'm having to basically re-record this part. Um, I've just recorded the first part of the 25th. Um, Over an hour's worth probably. A lot of that was just the detachment stuff was getting to me a bit, and I thought about putting it up there, and then I thought, well, why put you through all that? Because Martin's had to have the last word. Nah, I'm only kidding, Martin. Um, I need to stand down from this, and unfortunately, I'm going to be able to because we're not getting to the 25th. Uh, it's not going to be that cheery end that I had shown in the video. I'm not so sure it was cheery. I kind of felt like this is just dragging on. I'm going to lose it soon. And um, if you've seen, well, I'm not bothered putting that up. If you've seen the first part to the 25th, that doesn't go very well either. Um, it's not a bad. Well, maybe let me show you first, and then I can have a few comments and probably rant on a little bit. I've got a beer here. It's the end of the night, so and this is probably the last video, so I think I'm allowed to say what I want to say. um, right. So anyway, let's see what Martin's comments were, and yeah, it's been a really bad time with mistakes that I made, and yeah, some of the ones I've even been catching are like kind of daft things, and if you playing the game like I'm trying to play it, should I be making them? It's bothering me a little bit because, like I say, I watched previous videos of this game and found that they were lacking playing. I'm not saying I'm any kind of expert, and I know it's hard. It's a hard game to play, but the recordings were sort of like a bit shoddy regarding the rules and whatever, and not, and I always knew I was going to get things wrong, and hopefully be able to fix them and spot them myself. And I had been. It was a long time before you caught me, I think, Martin, but since then, yeah, it's gradually went on, and especially over the last week. What it might well be because I've been able to sit at the table for quite a while. My wife's been away on holiday with her daughter, and I should have been at work, and then something happened regarding that. So I'll not go into that, but it gave me a little bit more time to sit at the table, and maybe that's had its downside, because yeah, some of the mistakes are not happy with them at all, and particularly not happy with this last one. And Martin felt like the good news was that I could just put things to bed and forget about it, because, well, I'll show you. I mean, we were close to losing at the end of the day anyway, and yeah, well, we did. Okay, so he did have one point beforehand, which I'd like to point out. I spoke about this unit not being able to receive replacements. When we repaired the 7 core units, we had 3 replacement points to give out, and I said, well, this guy can't really supply. It's kind of clumsy again because if you recall, I actually marked them in a low supply at the beginning of the 24th, and Martin reminded me that clearly it was in supply, and I was like, oops, okay, take that off. And I actually went into the 25th and reminded myself that this guy could trace supply and didn't put a low supply marker on him. But when it came to replacing a point on him, that was just whoosh over my head. So yes, I would have been able to repair a point to that guy if I'd wanted to. I only had 3. I was able to give 3, but yeah, he's right. I could have gave that. Right, and then the biggest point was, and here's the thing: I went right through the whole end of day phase. Well, no, we've done all that. I went right through the start phase and put all these new detachments out. If you see anything on the map that maybe you've not seen, it's because I had moved on to the next day. And then I've just recreated this bit. I've put this back to what it was in the position that we were in when things went wrong. But I actually moved... what is it? Yeah, these OKW units end up over here, right? And this hex here. And I squeeze them round, I get them round the corner here to avoid this the zone of control from this guy, and get them round, get them into place, talk over it for a while, and the OKW units. And then, unfortunately, I then go into this, like, okay, if they take away, I'm doomed. And I spend about half an hour trying to find some way of taking La Roche, wasn't it? It was like, get some victory points back, because I'm going to lose the 5 victory points in the way, and we're all doomed, and there was only a couple of cards left. I was worried about the bridge engineers, and anyway, so I get through the day, and these units are over here, right? And then the first impulse the Germans have of the day happens to be this card. And well, I'll tell you a bit about that as well, because I do my fade-in initiative. I get a pretty good result. No army cards. I catch both second SS cards, the primary and the supplemental, and the division card. The second SS are pretty much not doing anything. Well, apart from army card, they're not doing anything really. And then I chose not to. I choose not to play the air interdiction. I've got 3 air power cards in my hand. I choose not to do it. They're all cards I want used for something else, right? So this is the first card that draw. So I don't play it. I let the Germans have the first impulse. This is the first card that draw, which is like, yeah, okay. There's no 25th on it, so nothing's going out of fuel, so that's annoying, but okay. Reinforced battle. It goes in this, well, that's the first card to draw. Second card to draw is the OKW primary card. So not even any replacement of points. We're activating the OKW. And this is when these OKW units are here, threatening way, and they've already attacked way. They shouldn't have attacked way, but that's what they've done. They've done all that and whatever. So then so basically it's like these units, they're way over here and that. And then I say, right, okay, OKW, let's activate them again. Oh, wait now, I'll not attack. Wait, what happens is we get this guy up here, don't we? We get him up here as well. Reinforced battle, don't we? And they lose a point. I think the guy underneath, he loses the point, right? But we've got 3 strength and all that. So I'm thinking 3, 6. Oh, that's a bit strong. Right. What do we attack here? Oh wait, we're adjacent to this guy. And in actual fact, he's now out of supply because he wasn't able to trace supply, so he's actually got this marker instead. But that's irrelevant. At the time that I moved the units there, at the near the end of the 24th, they shouldn't have attacked here, because this was 8 strength. This is 1 strength here. It's 1 strength. It's 2 minus 1 for the out of supply. And we had, what was it, 12 or... Oh, actually, no, yeah. This guy gets repaired. He's the guy, the highest one, that takes the repair from this card. Oh, sorry. Zoom out a little bit. I just don't want to show you all the nonsense, but it's done anyway. So yeah, this is in the sport car box. So we consolidate this, right? And we repair that guy. So that's what we do. So then we have 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we've got 12 against 4, which doubles up to 8. Or how about having 12 against 1 Grant? Because this is 2 reduced to 1. So how did I miss that? You know... Well, you know what? It's kind of irrelevant because it is our downfall. But I'm annoyed with myself. Made 3 really silly mistakes. Two in particular that are like just stupid, and even notice I'm trying to come up with some daft ideas at times or whatever. So I think it's been a bit too much for me, I think. So yeah, so what would have happened was these units moved to here. This wouldn't have been a reinforced battle. Which one was that one that stayed there? That one was down there, right? This would have still been. It would have been 4 strength. I'm reinforcing the battle before time, so it would have been 4 strength. But it would have been 12 against 4, which is 3 to 1, or 12 against 1, which is 12 to 1. Clearly, and not only that, you know how the reserves they weren't able to be deployed in a place that could trace reserve supply. Well, you know what? If we attack this unit, and this is what made my decision when Martin said it, and then I noticed he mentioned reserves, and I looked at it all and that. I thought, well, maybe I can rewind it, and maybe I can look at the chits that were drawn and redraw the chits. And I mean, for this battle, he plays air power, isn't it? So that's what he would have played here, but these 2 reserves also would have been in there somewhere. That would have been an R8 strength. So now we're on 20. Now we're on 20 to 1 situationally. But okay, let's get down to the actual full strength of what it is. It's 20 to 2. It's 10 to 1 odds. 10 to 1 odds, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chip pools just there. He draws, well, okay, let's just say he draws air power. So that's 6 chip pools. I think that's it. But they also, the bit that made me throw the towel in was this guy's in low supply. So I can't even chuck everything, the kitchen sink at it. I can't chuck anything at it. I can't play a combat tactic. So it's basically 20 strength against 2, 10 to 1 odds, 6 chip pools with air power. And if you notice, if the 2 of the 4 chits that I drew on the combat were both air power chits. So, and he would have had more chit pools, and then I thought, right, I'm not going to go back. I mean, I suppose I could look at what the chits were drawn for that combat and the chits for the. No, there wasn't. Was there another combat? Hang on. I might be getting mixed up because hang on a sec. Okay, there's me kind of recreated something, if you like. So this was the cards for the first attack on what was this unit, but I've changed the odds because the odds are 10 to 1. We've got 20 strength because these reserves have come in as well. There's one there might have been no reserve supply. No, they would have had to be deployed there. That's Mars. So 10 to 1, and then 5 units, and then this was a card we drew for the combat tactics. So 6 chip pools. We didn't have a support card because that was the consolidation, right? So that's what we would have had. Here's the first 4 chits that we drew, just to like show you. this would not have applied anymore. I would just have them in order. I think this was the first chit we would. Well, you know what? It would apply on that side. And this was a large attack, which was just outside, so that wouldn't have applied. So there's the first 4 chits. We've got D3, okay, because of the air power. 2 more chits out of these 4. I can't remember the order that they came in. I'm not sure if this one came in. I don't think there's a way to tell me. I remember it being 7 to 1. Actually, I'm not sure that's the right chit then. It's a little bit annoying because you have them on the one side, and I don't record all. I don't record what I'm doing before I show you guys. So let me just see. Yeah, I have a feeling it was 6 to 1. I think that rings a bell. I'm just going to. But I can't remember the order, so I'm not sure where it was and that. Obviously, I put them in order that way, but any ones that don't count, I don't, I can't really recall that. Okay, just checking back in the video, and I do make a comment that, I've got them the wrong way about, haven't I? That is the one, because that's the one I make the comment of. I drew that first. Now, where is he? Oh, he's in the woods. There you go. So that would have counted. Oh no, that's beneficial to us. Yeah, okay. Well, that still would have counted. And then, I don't know, I then talk about the 2 artillery chits, but I'm not sure. This was 6 to 1 on the front, and it was this chit. So that would have counted, but doesn't matter. I'm not sure in the line where the way I talk about it is the artillery thing with first, but they wouldn't have counted because there wouldn't have been artillery. This would have counted. So let's see if this matters. So I would have had 1, 2, 3, D3. I would have had D2. I think that's enough. I think that's all you need. Because it was only drawn 6 chits though. But that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And that was definitely the first chit. 5. And then I'm not sure what the 6th chit was. But however, D2 is, it's enough. This guy's got to retreat. And that's the whole point. So, and this guy was in low supply. Why am I going through this? I'll try to stretch it out even longer than it needs to be, haven't I? Well, I couldn't retreat there. I'm surrounded, haven't I? Because this guy was in low supply, because I remember him getting pushed up there and I was wanting him to be pushed out of there, and then I went back and backtracked and thought, why do you want him out of this hole? Put him in the hole, Grant. Keep him in there. Why do you want him to come out of there? So, there you go. I would have retreated once. So, to be honest, I only needed D1, didn't I? To be destroyed. Out of 10 to 1 odds. So, there you go. In fact, see that first chit? That's all the one we needed. Just that one. And then this guy would... Right, so... And to let you know what it's all about, which, well... You probably know. Martin certainly knows, anyway. But I spoke about it. Once that guy's gone, we can trace through this road. We can trace supply through this road, over this bridge, and away we go. So now the guys in Liege, right, can trace supply. They just need to trace into that hex. In fact, no. You know what? They're on the road, because that bridge is in there. They've got the bridge to take them out, to trace into there, right through, down through this road, and then across the bridge, and then away to freedom. And when that attack happened, there was, what did I have in my hand? Well, actually, I would have still had, because I wouldn't have been able to play any combat tactics. Oh, don't, Grant, don't try and think you could get yourself out of this. have a bit of pride. Just let it go. No, I had the 3rd Army card, a 5th Corps Division card with tank battalion, and a 5th Corps artillery card. No, I'm not going to try and save myself. Okay, so unfortunately, whatever my last impulse would have been would not have saved me, and then we would have moved on to the end of day phase. This unit would have been able to trade supply, like I've just showed you. Germans would have gained 10 victory points, moving up to 66. More than enough. They only needed 61 to win the game, and that's what would have happened, sadly. Yeah. So annoyed with a lot of things at the end there, but I enjoyed it. Both of the games, the German solo and the Allied solo, I played both of the games far more deeper, and I wanted to concentrate and get things right as well. So I spent far more time than I ever have playing just myself with them, and got to know a lot more things about the game. But wow, there's a huge. I mean, I suppose all these war games have big strategies in them, and what's the right thing to do here and the right thing to do there and whatever. But this is playing against an AI as well, though. A lot of these guys are probably used to like playing war games 1 against 1, and I've not done that. No, you wouldn't want to play against me, honestly. Honestly, you wouldn't. Or we'd need to have a chess. You know, when they play chess, they've got a timer. You would need a timer beside you. Or you would just grow old watching me ticking away. But yeah, I mean, I guess all the games are, but you're playing against another human brain and whatever. So this is different, but a lot of the difficulty in this game is, and that it's kind of what I like about it actually is moving the AI, and if you'll notice, most of the mistakes that I've made are with the AI. Not them all. I had my recent one where I moved into a zone of control when I was retreating one of my units. So there's probably a bunch of them as well. But it's hard. It's a hard AI to follow to the T. And as we've noticed, a lot of questions have come up, which is all good. I'm glad all that's come to light. And Martin said even the last, he thought he was finished with things, and there's a few things came up that he's I can't remember. There was certainly two or three things recently where I was scratching my head, but there wasn't a sense, there wasn't something there that was telling me the answer. So I'm guessing it might have been some of them. I don't know which. But hopefully we'll get around to asking John, and they'll maybe clear some more things up. But I really lost this game though, didn't I? I mean, this up here, I kept ignoring it, and I don't know. I say ignoring it. What could I have done? I mean, the British units, when they eventually broke out, they couldn't ignore the 47 Corps. They've got to, pan back a bit. Like I say, there'll be a lot of things that shouldn't be on the map now, because I did start recording and whatever. Once the British units come out, they come on, cut off the 47 Corps units, and I admit there was some silly things done up here, but it seems that all the Germans sort of went north, but then you've got 1st SS and that 67 Corps, and they're not so bad once they get the mechanised units along. They have an armoured unit too, don't they? Once they come along, they're a bit stronger force. And then the OKW units, depends what way they start heading, but they headed in the wrong direction for us. Yeah. Yeah. Mistakes were made, yeah. But it's been really enjoyable. I have enjoyed it. I still thought I could maybe scrape out, because I was looking at a book. I was looking for the. I'm sure I had read it. You know, what was the historical outcome? And it is on page. Where is it? Where are we? Yeah. Page 64 and 65, it tells you about the victory conditions and whatever. It gives you a wee description of what it thinks is. But there is a historical result, and it's an Allied tactical victory, which would have been on. I think that was the one we just passed, wasn't it? Was it? Oh no, that is further on. Yeah, that. I think that's why. No, hang on. Allied tactical victory. Yeah, actually, that goes right to the 28th and the 29th, yeah. Well, I suppose that's why the game goes on to then, because that's what happened. So, that was a historical result. But we didn't get anywhere near that. We got a strategic loss. What's the description of that then? It can't be good, can it? Is that the worst one? Oh, it was, wasn't it? Oh, if I just go to the 25th, it was an operational loss. I've got a strategic loss. Okay, you know what's happened, guys? Hitler's Ardennes offensive succeeds in smashing through the thin Allied front. Disorganisation and intelligence failures in Chef result in piecemeal arrival of reserves, unable to stop the onslaught of the 5th and 6th Panzer armies. The Germans pour across the Meuse River, driving towards Antwerp in force, while destroying the fighting capabilities of 4 US Corps and rendering the Western Allies incapable of offensive operations for at least a year. Oh dear, that makes me feel bad. Oh. And I got I got a decent result with the Germans, didn't I? I can't remember. Can't remember the points I got. Let's see the books here. I think I want to say it was 20 something points. That's what rings a bell, but I might be just making something up there. No, it couldn't have been. I can't remember the points I had then. I think I had oh yeah, it might have been, because the points are different, aren't they? Yeah. Less than 25 victory points for a strategic loss. That rings a bell. So maybe the 24th I got it to. So I got a strategic loss, which was, well, obviously that wasn't the historical outcome too, but strategic loss. Yeah. Well, there's no point in me going over that anyway, but I think I done better for the Germans than I did for the Allies in both the games, shall I say. Okay. Well, at least I can clear my table and put something new down. It's a bit of a better taste the way it finished, but it's maybe for the best. It did look like I was starting to waver and struggle with things and whatever. Right, okay. I've yacked on for 30 minutes now. I think that's probably enough, isn't it? Thanks for all your comments, guys, in particular Martin and John Brown. Thanks for your spanners in the works. No. Yeah. Thanks for everything. It's been good. I've enjoyed it, and a lot of things have come to light. It's a great game. I'm looking forward to Kharkov. It looks like it's delayed a bit longer, so I'm glad to see that I'll get a bit of a break, and hopefully when it comes and arrives on the doorstep, I'll be keen to like put it on the table, and because I was concerned at first the way things were running. It was taking so long to finish these games that I would have been Kharkov would have been sitting looking at me in a box, and I'm thinking, oh, I don't really want to set this up. And don't get me wrong, I'm looking forward to it. You can understand playing this for quite a few months. You know, both of the games, okay, they're slightly different, but there's similarities. You know, you're doing the same thing a lot of the time. But no, I've not regretted it at all. Not one bit. It's been really good. Okay, guys. Well, I'll maybe see you sometime. Probably have a go at Kharkov. There's other things I like to try. I don't know. I've looking again at that Red Storm. It's just huge, and I don't know. I don't know what I'd like to like. Fields of Fire. I want to wait a bit. I want to wait until the guys are supposed to be trying to do something with the rules and whatever. Such a great game, such a poor rules situation with it. Yeah. The D-Day games, I'm not so sure I'm in the mood for any of that. I'd like to get around to doing them. I've not won at any of them either. So that might be quite nice. And Red Storm, nah, I'm not going to try and record any of that. I don't know about recording. I'd probably be better just playing some games maybe, rather than try to record it. I did want to do this because I always felt all the video footage I found was a bit shaky in the rules department. Not that I can really say an awful lot against the guys that done it, because I've struggled, and even this video you're seeing now is like ending with a big blunder, so and stuff. Right, I'll sign off for now, I guess, and I'll maybe see you again soon, guys. Okay, cheers.